Oh, boom, 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 boom. This is Stevie's Tall Tale Toys. Tall Toy Tales. It's been that long. it's been that long. I haven't done this for a while. Hello, everyone. How are you all? You can see my hair is. I need a haircut. It's more like something. Don't know about something about Mary. It's more like something about Stevie. I don't know what's going on there. I got to get that cut. Although I'm in two minds to actually let it grow, just to annoy my wife for the new year. I hope you've all had a good Christmas. If Christmas is what you celebrate, if you celebrate something else or celebrate nothing at all, I hope you've been well past a week or so. And since the last time we've done this live thing, which has been a while, I've been away doing lots of things, being very, very busy, very busy. So 2024, it's come to an end. Can you believe how quickly that's come around? Huh? Why is it when you're a kid and you have Christmas or birthdays here and Christmas or birthdays here, the next one, that time between is so long? Why is it so long? I was watching a program on Einstein's theory of relativity, and I think he started talking about that as you grow up, your brain conditions itself to kind of deduce time differently. I think it's all about routine as well. We're always in routines, which I think makes time goes quicker. I don't want time to go quicker. I want time to go slower. I long for the days where birthday to birthday, Christmas to Christmas just took forever, because I'm getting old. I don't know about you lot, but I want to slow it down. If anyone's got any good suggestions on how to slow time, put them in the chats. Let me know. Anyway, who we got in? Oh, we've got Shelly. What do you got, Shelly? I've been waiting there a long time. Howdy, Steve. Did you make it to Norwich your recent trip? I did. Did you go and visit Cosmic Joe's? No, I didn't. Oh, and me. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Excuses. Where's my little book of excuses? I've mislaid it anyway. I'm sorry, Shelly. I didn't come and see you. Who else we got? We got Michael. Evening. And Mando number 5, better known as Keith Guppy. Pleasure to meet you at Fordingbridge. Ah, I did see him though, Shelly. I did see Keith. I did see Keith. So I'm not all bad. Anyway, 2024. Crazy year. It's been busy. It's been a big one for me. I don't know about you lot, but my collecting this year slowed a little bit. Now I don't know whether it's because I've got everything I want, or whether it's financially it was difficult this year, or whether actually I think I know what it was. I was so busy at work this year. I haven't really had time to look at eBay. I was getting little kind of upset faces from my eBay app saying, "Where are you? You've abandoned me. You don't talk to me anymore." But I did have a little think about what are the biggest pickups I've had over the last year that sort of meant the most to me, or surprised me, or led me down a rabbit hole. So I'm going to share those with you first, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing, and then I'll fill probably half an hour quite easily with usual ramblings. And I'd love you to comment in the comments as you were, and don't be shy. Put your thoughts live in the chat. All right, I will do my best to kind of spend a little bit more time listening and reacting to your questions. I'm getting a little bit better at just looking down there. Yeah, sorry. Next time, rain check, as they say over here. Rain check. We'll do a rain check up in Norwich. So, number one, the first thing I picked up this year that I was really happy with is the NECA 2022 20th anniversary Tron Black Warrior special promotional figure that came out. I've been after this for a number of years. It's hard to work in mirror. A number of years, and it obviously is based upon the original Tomy 1982 Warrior figure. Now, 20 years apart, the tools are, that's safely say, definitely not going to still exist from this. So they probably remolded it in 2002. They weren't doing digital, so it wasn't 3D scanning. They probably just molded one of these and kind of recast it. But anyway, I picked him up. I've been after him for a while, and in 2024, I've gotten into Tron a lot more deeply. I've picked up a number of Tron figures from NECA. Super 7 did a recent kind of retro look that they had at Disney parks, which I really liked. My friends over at Super 7 hire, and picked out some Japanese ones. I'm kind of really getting into Tron at the moment. I know I still don't love the Tron soundtrack. Sorry, but I do love Tron. I am listening to the Daft Punk soundtrack. I was actually listening to it just before I came on. I love that. So big into Tron at the moment. It's one of my new favorites. Next thing I picked up, which was really interesting, was Microman. Now, this isn't an original one from the early 70s, 73, I think, something like that. I can't remember. But it is a redo of the original Microman. I'll give you a little look there with the feet rather than the boots because I like the original ones that were done by Takara back in the early 70s. And picking this up, I've been looking at these. I haven't really sort of liked, I was never into Micronauts, by the way. I'd never had Micronauts ever. And I was researching Micronauts, I was researching Microman, and it led me down the path to discovering where 375 came from, where that scale came from. Now, a lot of people think, oh, it was Star Wars, it was Kenner. No, it wasn't. It was Adventure People. No, it wasn't. It was Microman. And if you want to find out more about that, check out the other episodes in my Tall Toy Tales. I think it was 16. I forget which one it was. Anyway, it was the one with, it's one all about adventure people. So look for that, and it gives you a whistle-stop tour of the history of the 375 scale action figure, which was one of my favorite kind of revelations this year. I kind of knew it already, but I didn't really know the details. So picking up a little Microman, albeit not an original one. I'd love that original 5, I think they were in the original set. That would be awesome. But anyway, he was difficult to put back. So he was a good find this year and opened up a whole new world to me. Hey everyone, just to let you know that Toys of the Jedi is here. Okay, so nothing to worry about. They're here. All right, no need to ever apologize to Toys of the Jedi. It's just an honor that you're joining us. I know. Thanks for letting me off. And yes, I did hear good things about Joe's. That was a crazy. I had to go from Norwich to Ipswich to Southend to Colchester in the space of like 20 hours. It's crazy. Anyway, so Blacktron Warrior, the Microman, and next one. This one. Yes, I picked this up. RoboCop. I loved RoboCop. When was that? 87, I want to say. And I was aware that Ken did a line of RoboCops, but I never had one. And I thought, I like the design of RoboCop. I'm going to Alex Murphy. I'm going to pull him up. I'm going to get him. I had no idea it came with. Dropped his gun. I had no idea it came with caps. Like so, nicely sculpted, and the helmet comes off. The helmet goes back on, but it comes with this cap system, which I'm going to try now and hope it works. I better put the gun into full effect. He says that's gonna fall out in 2 seconds. Let's see if it works. Oh, yeah, he hit. Oh my God, I love caps. You hear that? Let me do it really loud for you, as long as it doesn't catch fire there. So, oh my goodness, 80s toys. What were they about? Incredible. So that was literally my favorite, probably feature of all the toys I picked up in 2024. So RoboCop is cool. I'm just going to sit here. You can watch. I could actually probably do a whole YouTube stream of just me sniffing cap gunpowder. Oh, I won't, because that's going to be boring, although some fetish weird people would probably like that. And then lastly, this one's going to be a weird one. You will never guess this one, but this took up a lot of time in 2024 for me, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I made a new friend in doing so. So those of you who know me know I was born in England. I was born in Wimbledon, which is the home of the Wombles. Those of you who don't know who the Wombles are or what the Wombles are, Google it after this session. But I'll give you a clue. The Wombles are little creatures that live on Wimbledon Common, where I was born. And they go around, they pick up all the trash, all the rubbish that people leave behind and repurpose it. It's an eco-friendly story. It's early 70s Elizabeth Beresford story. I think I have that right, yes. And anyway, Cadbury's, who make the best chocolate in the world, did a series of chocolate bars back in the mid to late 70s. I think it was 76. And I've been researching these because I used to have these at my nanny's house. When I used to go around my nanny's house, I used to say, can I have a glass of Ribena? If you don't know what Ribena is, Google that. And a chocolate bar. And she'd often have the Wombles because she knew I loved the Wombles because I was born in Wimbledon. She lived 5 miles from the Common. So I've been researching these, and there's 26 of them. So I believe 26 wrappers. And I've got this on here. Yeah, I can do a little thing. Yeah, there you go. There's my little checklist I've got. And I only need 2. I only need 2 now to complete the collection. Now, I just know it's going to take me another 4 or 5 years to actually get my last 2, but I've thoroughly enjoyed these. They look brilliantly. And I met a mate, Jason Liebig, which I hope he doesn't. I hope he lies small. Actually, in fact, I hope he doesn't lie at all. But he certainly doesn't lie to me because he's helped me out with some of these and very kindly has gifted me a few of these over the year. So Jason, thank you, mate. Jason, if you don't know, is the Indiana Jones of snacks. He has probably, I'm going to guess, Jason, the largest collection of chocolate candy wrappers and ephemera. Is that the word I want to say? On the planet. He is the guy to go to. So if you're interested in candy and collecting candy, then go to Collecting Candy on Instagram. All the little handles you see on screen will all be Instagram. All right. So Jason, love you. Thank you so much. I couldn't meet up, which is a pain because I was ill. But we will do that in 25. I promise you that. All right. Now, who else? Oh, Keith. Keith Guppy remembers them. He remembers them. Don't ask me about the Alf Womble. I haven't made any progress since the last time someone asked. Maybe that's one of my New Year's resolutions. I must finish it. I'm terrible. I'm a faddist. I get in, I get interested, and I move on to something else. Shiny things. All right. But anyway, so they're the 5 things that I really enjoyed in 2024 picking up. So 2024, let's have a little chat about it. Let me come off here. So what's it been about? Wow. It's been a year of anniversaries. It was my 25th wedding anniversary to my darling wife, Helen, who has left the house because she always gets upset when I'm doing these because I tell her not to scrape the chair on the ceiling above because I'm in the basement. But I've had 25 blissful years with her, and we've raised 3 wonderful children who are now growing up and they're going to all be leaving the home this year. It's going to be weird. But anyway, but I've also done 25 years at Hasbro. I have done 25 years in one job, which is pretty incredible, I think. Luckily for me, I have never been bored. Because I often think back and think, like, 25 years, that's a long time. Like, you should have moved around a bit. I had a couple of job offers here and there, but I have always stayed with Hasbro and I've never been bored, and they've always given me new challenges to get on with. So I'm hoping at this point in time, I've done lots of different things at Hasbro. I hope I'm jack of all trades, master of some. You know, I'm hitting 52 in a couple of months, so I better have some of those things mastered. But I do like variety, and I do like having big pictures, and Hasbro certainly gives me the opportunity to do that. So thank you all at Hasbro for 25 years. It's been fun. This year, I also returned to Star Wars. I came back to Star Wars. I've been looking after Marvel for 3-4 years, both sort of a fan, kid and preschool. And this year we rejigged the way we look at our consumers. So instead of like done by doing brand over fan, kid, and preschool, it is now done by consumer. So now I look after fan and only fan, not that one, only fans for Marvel and Star Wars, which is fantastic because what it does, it gives me and the team focus on a particular consumer. Now, whereas before, like imagine a year and a half ago, I'd be working on tip tap tip tap. Imagine I'm working on my computer, tip tap on Marvel's kid, tip 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 or fan, beep, beep, and then I go, oh, I must do that, sort that kid stuff out. Oh, and the prequel. Don't need to do that anymore. I'm beep, 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 on Marvel and Star Wars fan, and then when I find I've done stuff, I've got time. And as you move up the chain of command, it's okay to have time. Because what time then gives you is the opportunity to delve deeper and engage more with the fan base and the consumers and the retailers and the salespeople and understand more about that particular consumer. And I can find out things. I can lift up rocks and find little problems, little things to improve, and I can then get into it. I'm not distracted by other consumers. So this year has been a real eye-opener for me to actually be able to have time to think, strategize, meet with people, and start solving things. Now, will you see all those solving things this year? No, maybe not. Will you see all these big initiatives that I'm working on this year? Not this year, maybe next year, maybe 26, maybe 27. But that's what's changed. That's the biggest change for me in 24. It really gives me a chance to be a servant to all of you, whether you want it or not. I don't know whether you do. But anyway, so it's, let me just, I've lost my little pen. There it is. Let me just come back. Adam's here. Everyone, you almost missed it, but you're here. That's good. Shelly, yeah, exactly. If it's not a job, you love what you do. Yeah, Confucius say, those that do a job they love never work a day in their lives. I have never worked a day in 25 years. And I intend to never work a day. How long have I got? Another 25? Maybe. But anyway. So let's go back here. So what else have we done? So this year, checklist, TVC checklist. You know, come back to Star Wars. There's Black Series, TVC, and retro, all of which I spend a lot of time thinking about. TVC, I started my checklist, which is on my website, mrstevie18.com, imaginatively titled. I will be updating that. That's a good way for me to learn or relearn the kind of what's in the line. I've enjoyed doing that. We've returned to Tatooine. We're starting to tell stories this year. Well, actually, it's next year, but we've announced it this year in 24. But 25's theme for TVC is Return to Tatooine. We backed the Cantina. Thank you very much for backing that, which enabled us to finally, after 40 plus years, bring the Tonica sisters to action figures. A lot of work, both from myself, the team, and my predecessor, Vicky. A lot of work and love and shepherding in getting that done. I speak to Angela Staines quite a lot, who's one of the Tonica sisters, and she's thrilled to finally get her action figure. So I can't wait to present her with that. But Return to Tatooine, you're going to see more of that. And we're going to continue doing that. In 26, we got a new story coming out. But I'm not going to tell you about it yet. But you will know more about it in 25 in the upcoming year for 26. All right. But we'll say it's important about where it is, but it's also just as important, and if not more important, when it is. So when this new theme for TVC in 26 will be. I think you'll be excited. Is it the size of Return to Tatooine? It's about that. Maybe a little bit smaller. I'm not sure, because you've got to remember, we've got a big Mando movie coming in 26. Oh, that looks fun. That looks real fun. It's a real great balance of kind of new fun stuff. And there's a few very nice nods in there as well. And Return to Tatooine, you'll see this poster. We'll eventually get this poster out to you, but we're filling it in as we go along. There's a lot more figures and a few other bits and pieces that to be announced over the next coming few months that I think will make you very excited and probably give you a little bit of a surprise. So Return to Tatooine, where we'll go in 26, watch Hasbro Pulse, watch Jing, watch Chris. They'll start talking about it, and so will I. All right. What else we got? What else we done? Retro collection. Yeah, we've brought that back to its heart. I spoke a lot when I was down in England at the convention about retro, and I was there when we pitched it. My figures were used for the original sculpts for the first couple of waves. We're taking retro back to building on the original Kenner range. So stuff from original trilogy, probably prequel trilogy, but figures that we've never done before and figures that are part of the original 96. We're going to focus more on that more than new entertainment for retro. We're really going to bring that back in. We know it's a niche of a niche for people like me that love the Hasbro Kenner stuff. So we announced some pipelines. Chris will show you some more of those figures as we're ready to. They're looking nice. We haven't quite got them exactly what they need to be presented, because they're all sort of prototypes, which I know you'd love to see. Maybe we'll show you some of those as well. But really excited about that. Remember I spoke about turning rocks over and finding little things we can improve? The sticker. We're going to a low-tax sticker. It should have been a low-tax sticker in the first place. It wasn't, and now it's going to be. So if you want to keep the sticker on, you can. If you want to peel it off without having to rip the cardboard or use special techniques that take you 2.5 hours to get it off, you can. Simple things like that. What else we got? I got to my notes over. Ooh. We had the Ghost. We had Ant-Man. Successful HasLabs. Thank you very much for supporting the Ghost. Those of you should have received your Ant-Man, and most of you are receiving the Ghost. I know there are a few of them that are kind of finding it difficult to get through to you. Size, logistics, time of year. I know it's frustrating. I know it's disappointing, especially when you've been looking for something, looking forward to something for so long. Really appreciate your patience. There's no way I was going to rush this thing just to get it out to you. It's a complex thing to develop. We spent time getting it right and getting it packaged right. I hope all of you who've got it have agreed that the packaging system we're using now on HasLabs is a great improvement. I love it. I really, really love it. So you'll get yours soon if you haven't got yours yet. Stay with us. Appreciate your patience. So the Ghost succeeded. Ant-Man, Giant Man succeeded. Marvel, we haven't done a HasLab this year. If you've noticed, we've done something differently. We've done these sort of like limited open window pre-orders where it comes in, there's a pre-order period, you can order it, and whatever the order is we'll make. We did it with X97 Sentinel. Sold loads. It was great. It was really successful. Nice new way of doing it. We're always looking for new ways to bring new stuff. It doesn't always have to be a HasLab. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes it's just, here's a product, limited window, bang, it's yours. We did there. We got ROM coming in Marvel Legends, everybody. I've been after ROM for a very, very long time, and we're getting him. Here's, you can see the little prototype shot that we've got going on. That's in my office. And don't worry, it won't be those colors. It will be silver, and it will be painted silver. Ron will be painted silver. He's not just molded silver as you get the little swirls. It's nice. It looks beautiful. I'd love to show you a picture, but I'll leave that to Ryan, Dan, and Dwight. I almost forgot his name. Dwight. How can I forget your name? Dwight. So, but a big thank you on Rom, and a big thank you to our friend Jesse Falcon, who has probably one of the coolest names I've ever heard. Jesse Falcon is pretty cool. Actually, there was a guy I used to work with called Carlton Steele. I crap you not. Carlton Steele is pretty cool. But Jesse Falcon, I love this guy. He's a lot. He's in your face. He has so much energy, so much love, so much knowledge about the Marvel Universe. He's our counterpart, my counterpart over in Marvel. I love him. Love you to bits, Jesse. Thanks for everything in 24. And I know we're going to cause a lot more trouble in 25 and 26. So just watch out, because we've got some big movies coming. Big movies. So very exciting. What else is next? Oh, I'll come back to that one. So let me get catch where we got to. Okay, so let me just go back to some of your questions. What have we got? Oh, we got some nice things. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you all as well. What's he saying? Keith Guppy is the man. He wants your Star Wars. Gary wants your Clone Wars collection, Keith. Did you get Mickey taken out of your surname, Guppy? I don't think I've ever met anyone called Guppy. It's kind of cool. I like it. I do like it. I like it a lot. That's wicked. I love people with unusual names. Right. So I didn't make San Diego Comic-Con. I didn't make New York Comic-Con. I didn't make all these big cons this year, which was disappointing. And I need to rectify that going forward. But what I did do is I went to other conventions. I went really small. You know, again, I go back to this analogy of turning stones over and spending time looking and I wanted to get really granular in the community and fandom this year. So I purposely kept things small. So I recently went over to the UK and I went to a convention farthest from, which was held in a town hall, literally a town hall. And it's really small, but we had all the big wigs there from Fantha Tracks, from Jedi UK, and it was run by All the Cool Stuff UK. Dave Tree, he was a fantastic guy, ran it all. It was wonderful, so small and so intimate in the proper way. I loved it. I just love connecting with people like that. And I did a little lifelong love of toys panel presentation, whatever you want to call it. And one little aspect of this presentation which didn't come off was I had the video from when we announced TVC was returning. We announced it in Orlando Celebration 2017. It's coming back in 18. I had this video and I edited it and put the music together, and it's a very emotional video. And I was going to play it on this big screen that you see in front of you now, and flipping sound didn't work. And I was disappointed because it's never been shown publicly since 2017. So what I thought I'd do now is I'm going to play it for you. And I hope that StreamYard allows me or allows you to hear sound. So I'm going to play it, and I'm going to stay in this little circle because there is a point in this video that always brings tears to my eyes. So if you haven't ever seen this video, enjoy. If you have, and you were there in 2017, welcome back. Shut up, Steve. I'll just play it. Someone tell me you can hear it, please, in the comments. Well, what do you think of that? Huh? Gets me every time. And that's on a little screen. Can you imagine? I'd have been absolutely in pieces if that was on the big screen. Uh, that was one of the most special moments of my career and life. Announcing TVC was coming back in those. Oh my God, how long ago was that? 7 years ago. Goodness me. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, gets me. That gets me. But I'm not shy. I'm a good crier. I cry a lot. You ask my kids. Last night I watched About Time. Have you seen that? Richard Curtis movie about the guy that can travel back in time, and at the end his dad passes away, and it's just, oh my God, it's gut wrenching. But anyway, so there was that. What else we got? Let's I gotta press the right button. Let's press that one. So went to some conventions. The other thing that I've started to play around with in 24, which I want to do more of in 25, 26, 27, blah, blah, to the end of time, are what I call store cons. So you've got Comic Cons, but I like going around to actual stores and going into the stores, whether it's announced or unannounced, and just hanging out, chatting to the people that run them and chatting to the customers that come in, right? So, for example, this year in 24, I went down to Philadelphia. I hung out actually in Massachusetts first, read 5 Toys and Collectibles, hung out with them in Massachusetts. Chris came along with me. We had a great time. I took my barge. Fans signed my barge. I had people sign my barge because I want to capture these moments. I had a long chat with a lot of them. I went down to Philly. I hung out at the House of Fun Toys. I hung out with Play With This Toys, Farpoint Toys. Then when I went down to the UK to the convention, I obviously hung out at all the cool stuff with Dave, but I also visited Wayne at Star Action Figures, who are a nice, good, big retailer down there, and then Nick at In Demand Toys, which are a retailer, and they also have a store as well. And I hung out with some friends down at Nerd Base as well. So going to stores is really important. I consider them my own like little mini cons, store cons. So keep an eye on my my Instagram for new store cons. I'm going to try and do more of those in 25 and beyond. Then I want to make it even smaller. Let's make it more granular. Let's do FanCon. So FanCon, this is the one my wife looks at me and goes, what are you doing? So when I was in England, I was chatting to Dean. Dean runs a really cool Facebook group. He's on Instagram. And he was like, oh, I'm from Ipswich. And I said, oh, I support Ipswich Town when I was a little kid. He goes, I'm a big fan. You coming down this way? I said, yeah. I got my friends are in Colchester. I'm going to be up in Norwich. And he said, oh, I'd love to buy you a pint. And I was like, let's do that. Why don't we do that? Why don't you buy me a pint? And we'll grab some food. And I said, I'd love to see a collection. So I went to his house. I met his lovely wife, Steph, and a little dog, Cody. I almost forgot the name there. Sorry, dude. And we just hung out for the night. And we watched a bit of Skeleton Crew. We watched some Star Wars. We looked at this FanCon. I love FanCon. There is nothing. Did Ipswich beat Chelsea? Did they? My goodness me. Well done. There's nothing more I like than meeting people and really connecting with them over a number of hours with their collection. So Dean, you're probably my first inaugural FanCon. I want to do more of those in 25, 26, 27. Again, getting right down to the grassroots. It's really, really important. And this brings me to my mantra for 24, which I'm going to take into 25. Oh, there's 10 minutes left on the Ipswich game. They're not going to score in. They're not Man U. They won't get it back. Small things make big differences. This is my mantra at the moment. And I tell my team, and they're probably rolling their eyes and go, oh, God, this again. Tell my kids upstairs, tell my wife, tell everyone that listens to me. Little attention to details, intimate understanding and acknowledgement of you, the fan community, the product, the hobby, if you want to call it a hobby. I don't know what you want to call it, lifestyle that we're in. Little things make big differences. They really, really, really do. You know, the retro sticker. All I did was go in and say, hey, that stickers can be improved. That's not good enough. Let's make it a low tack. Tiny, tiny little things. People are going, what do you want to do that for? I said, because it makes a big difference. It's a small thing. So those little attention to detail is what I'm about and is why I'm here. Like, I've got a team that I work with that make incredible products. Emily, Eric, Chris, Dwight, they all make fabulous product. I'm the one making little things, hopefully making big differences, turning over stones and trying to find the differences. So I've realized that that's my shtick. That's my thing I do. And from those little things, big things can grow. And I've got some initiatives that I'm working on, which I can't tell you about now, but hopefully you'll be able to see some of them maybe next year, certainly 26 and 27, that have just grown from these small little notices, these small little observations. So this is my big thing for 24. I don't know what your mantra is for 24 and 25, but this is a big one for me. What else I got? Oh, so talking about little differences. So on my Instagram, I asked recently, a couple of days ago, or no, just over 24 hours ago, because it's just come off my story, like, give me some questions. I get a load of questions. I'm showing them all here. I can't answer all of them. I can't answer all of them, but some of them aren't appropriate. But there was a couple in here that actually made me stop. This is probably the most emotionally intelligent question I've been asked. I've never been asked this before. I've certainly heard, TVC 375 disheartened complaints and I get that. I get there's passion there. There is passion there. No one's ever asked me, how does it make me feel? Which I thought was a really great question. And I wanted to kind of take 2 seconds just to answer it as fully as I can. And it makes me sad. It does make me sad. It frustrates me. It really does frustrate me, because I wish I could show and prove and convince the people who are within the TVC community that we do think a lot and we do put so much effort into it and choices and things. And we can't give you everything you want, whenever you want it, when you want it, all of it. It just doesn't work. We build to the consumer base that's there. But I just kind of wanted to say that I personally spend a disproportionate amount of time on probably TVC, because I understand the passion, I understand the heritage there. Not everyone understands the 3.75 heritage. Everyone should watch that video I did about where it comes from. So I do get sad, because we try so hard on this, and I think we're moving in the right direction for 375 for the scale for TVC. Whether it will be exactly what you want all the time, probably not, but we give it a lot of love. We give it all love. We give Black Series, we give Retro, we give TVC as much love as we can for the size of their business. They're all different sizes. They're all different sizes of businesses, right? The other thing, and this is the weird thing, when I thought about it, was, how does it really make me feel? It actually motivates me. It really does. Because it's all very nice and good where people say, oh, well done, this is great, fabulous, it's perfect, this is great. I love that. That's great. It makes everyone feel really good, like we're doing things right. But it doesn't teach you anything. So when I have a group of fans, or any group of fans, whether it's Marvel or Star Wars, or the team feel the same on Transformers and Ghostbusters, where there's so much passion and so much expectation that there's always disappointment and always like criticism and things like that. That actually motivates us, because there's stuff to fix. There's stuff to get in and improve. So how do I feel when 375 fans feel disheartened? I feel motivated. It gets me up in the morning. That's like, right, I've got a job to do. So thank you for that question. It was a really smart question. And it was actually nice that it was an actual question. On the flip side, this is nice to see too. I'm going to take this one. I feel you guys don't get enough praise for your wins. 2025 is looking fen. The real Redmond Wood. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think 25 is looking pretty good. I like the stories. I like the stuff. We've got a load of stuff to reveal that's going to be cool. 26 is shaping up really nice with the stories we're going to tell, and the Mandalorian. And 27, I don't know. There's a certain birthday in 27, if you haven't been aware, which should be, and is, in my opinion, probably the biggest anniversary in pop culture history. That's a big one. That is a big one. Anyway, so how do I come off of this? Let's come back out of here. So 25, what am I going to do? How am I going to make this different? I'm going to continue making deeper fan connections. I'm going to increase personal interactions. I'm going to do more of those store cons, more of those. I'll do Comic Cons as well. And we've got Celebration. Hopefully I will be able to attend that for Star Wars. And just promote one-on-one connections and just work out what that is. I got some initiatives that I mentioned that I'm kind of playing around with. You may see kind of come to light in 25, maybe 26. Can't talk about them yet, but they're exciting. I'm really excited by them. I'm really, really excited by them. 26, we're developing that line at the moment. We've got it mapped out and blocked out. We're starting to develop the figures now. That 26 is all about, bringing balance to the different lines, bringing, fulfilling all the movies that are coming out. Really cool movies. We've got Avengers, we've got Spidey, we've got Mando. Some really, really cool stuff come out. And then 27, I'm starting to think about that now. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean for us as a community, for a Star Wars community? Not to say there isn't a big movie coming out for the Marvel community as well in 27. So it all looks really cool. So I'm very excited about where we're going in 25. I'm super excited getting my teeth into 26. I'm really excited about what we're going to do for 27. And without going into too much detail, I hope you're along for the ride. I hope you're not too despondent on where your particular lines, whether it's a Star Wars or Marvel, a 6-inch, a 3 3/4 inch, another inch, whatever you collect. I will never ask you to apologize for passion, ever. I would much rather be surrounded by people who are passionate and critical of things and want things to be right and want things their way and have a point of view and an opinion. Like, because as soon as we stop that and everyone's kind of like, nah, whatever, it's gone. It's gone. My big wish was that the groups out there, the little tribes, I'll call them, within the collector community, got on better. I really do. I really want the 6 inches and the 3 3/4 or the Marvel MCUs and the Marvel classic comics get on better, because we're all one flipping family and we're all one community. And I guarantee you, one does not win when the other loses. A lot of you say things around that. It's not true. It is not true. So I wish you all a great New Year's Eve, whatever you're doing. I wish you all a peaceful, happy, healthy 2025. I promise that myself and the team will work tirelessly to make the products that form part of your community and part of your passion, part of your hobby, part of your lifestyle. We'll do our very, very best for you. We always do. The people in my team, in the team, are just dedicated, really dedicated. We do our very, very best for you. We promise you that. Keep talking to me, keep dropping me lines, keep coming to things like this, and keep giving me feedback, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to quit yet. I need to go to chat because I haven't been ignoring you. What do we got? Let me just have a look what you're saying. Oh, it was cool. Yeah, I love JK and Ryan. We had a good fun at Nerd Base. That was cool. I'm just going to say hello there. What else we got? I'm just banging through these. Yeah, 100%. Small things. Again, small things. I was looking at pipelines. I was going, does that take away the reaction? It kind of, and people get ideas of what it's going to be before we actually show them. I said, I'll keep them. Let's keep them when we need them. But let's give a little bit of magic. Let's give a little bit of surprise. And we've had some surprises, right? And especially in the last few weeks, okay? Which I think were more potent with them not being pipelined than being pipelined. Okay. There you go. So anyway, so I think that's about it. How far are we into this? 38 minutes. Where does that time go? So I've gone through all my notes. What does T saying here? Yes, Echo Live, that would be fun. Or March, my birthday. I would do things like that. There's a RetroCon I've heard is really cool down near Philly that my hair is a mess, that I really want to do. So I think I'm going to spend some time over the next week just gathering the sort of the conventions that I want to kind of scope out and have a look at. So if you've got any that you've really enjoyed, no matter how big or how small, send them my way. Drop them on my Instagram. Yeah, DM me on that. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I think you do. That was quite big-headed, wasn't it? I meant if you're here, you'll probably follow me on Instagram, Mr. Stevie 18. Then drop me a DM. Oh, and also I'm running a ghost giveaway at the moment where I've got my second. Can I carry that in? Hang on a second. Whoa. Talk amongst yourselves for a bit. Oh, gosh. I got a ghost. I got a second ghost I'm trying to give away. I'm trying to give it away to someone who's really, really deserving. Has had a tough time in 24, definitely hasn't got the ghost, or goes above and beyond for other people. I want a really deserving recipient. Now, I'm willing to hand deliver this 250 miles from where I live. I live in Norfolk, Massachusetts. Go on my Instagram. You've got the whole video and rules and regulations, all the kind of T's and C's there. A lot of people are saying, well, I'm just outside that. Oh, I'm in Illinois or I'm in California. I'm happy to give it to whoever is most deserving. If it's beyond where I'm willing to drive and spend all that gas money, the nominator needs to pick up the tab and organize it to be shipped. But I think it's still worth it. But I'll find someone. So if you know somebody, go on Instagram, DM me, give me all the information, because I'm eager to give that away to somebody who really, really needs it. Yeah, I did that. I did the barge. Yeah. That went, yeah, he passed away, didn't that? Going, yeah. Oh, here we go. A reel. Yeah, I'm not scamming you. I promise you. Like, why would I scam you? So anyway, there we go. I think that's me done. 2024 is a wrap. 20th episode of Mr. Stevie's Tall Toy Tales is a wrap. Let's go into 25. Let's go together. Let's make things better and happier, and let's have fun doing it. All right. So for the last time in 2024, all I can say to you guys and girls is bugger off. Cheery bye.